Dodge lasers in your own living room. Fight epic giants. Use portals to sneak up on your enemies. Look through the eyes of the Caped Crusader himself. Conquer your fears in a twisting, dark asylum. Experience the Mannequin Challenge with aliens. These are just a few of the experiences in store for you in virtual reality in 2024. Welcome to Gameless Plus. I'm Josh, and here are the 10 biggest MetaQuest 3 games of 2024. This is a list of all the games that I think are the biggest and hopefully the best that are coming in 2024 for MetaQuest 3, MetaQuest 2, and Quest Pro, along with some bonus mixed reality games that look like a lot of fun too. Starting off the list at number 10, Bulletstorm VR. Bulletstorm VR is a brand new VR reimagined version of the first-person shooter game that came out in 2011, developed by People Can Fly and Epic Games. It's packed with fast-paced gunplay and crazy melee combos. In the game, you play as Grayson Hunt, a hot-headed space mercenary, as well as Trisha Novak, who can dual-wield energy blades to slice her way through mutated enemy hordes. This game is touted as a brutal action game with over-the-top creative carnage, where you will destroy everything that stands in your way. The original Bulletstorm game got a solid 84 Metacritic score, making hopes for Bulletstorm VR very high. It looks like a lot of fun for people who love VR shooters. This was already supposed to be released in December of 2023, but that has changed to January 18th, 2024. Next, at number 9, Max Mustard. Max Mustard VR is a colorful new platformer coming to MetaQuest. You play as the famous inventor Max Mustard, as you embark on an adventure to reunite adorable mud pups with their parents. I don't know what mud pups are, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Max Mustard has been in development at Toast Interactive for the last 3 years, and features more than 40 levels, 4 bosses, and 8 different upgrades as you play your way through this 4 to 5 hour game. In a big way, this game actually reminds me a lot of Astro's Playroom on the PS5, but obviously in VR. Playing a platformer in VR just seems like a nice fit and a big difference from all the fully immersive first-person games out there in virtual reality. There's no official release date for Max Mustard, but the developers are saying to expect it early 2024. At number 8, Warp Lab. Warp Lab is an immersive 3D first-person puzzle and combat game. If you've played the game Portal, which is one of the most interesting and fun first-person games out there, you have somewhat of an idea of what this game will be like. You can create portals, as you can see, but unlike the game Portal, where you only have a portal gun to shoot with, this game actually has a real gun to shoot with, so you can create a portal and then shoot an enemy right through the portal you made, which is awesome. Being able to do all this in VR for the very first time is a very promising and exciting prospect. The game is set to feature 10 unique puzzle and combat levels and an arena mode that lets you take full advantage of portals in combat situations, and you'll have global leaderboards to compete in as well. There's also a physics sandbox mode for unlimited experimentation. It makes me wonder if it's actually going to have a level creation mode of some kind, which would be great for the internet community. There's no official release date for this game, even though it was supposed to be released in 2023. I'm hoping they have been refining it and getting it ready for release in 2024. It's been announced on Steam, but not officially for Quest 3 yet. But it stands to reason that they would also release it on MetaQuest 3, it's just a perfect fit. Not to mention they could use the mixed reality of Quest 3 within your own house, so you could use portals to go through rooms into different areas, and who knows what, it'd be really cool. I hope they've already been developing that concept, and if they didn't, then obviously they could always add it later. Next up, at number 7, Affected the Asylum. Virtual reality truly is one of the best ways to experience horror. The new game, Affected the Asylum, is the sequel to the original Affected the Manor. It's basically an awesome interactive haunted house experience. The first game was met with overwhelmingly positive gamer reviews, being regarded as one of the best VR horror games. Affected the Asylum looks like it's going to have a lot of that fun and fear packed right into an all-new package set in a creepy insane asylum. From the trailer, it seems that you will take pills that will warp and distort your reality, along with the creepy haunting that goes along with being in an insane asylum. I think one of the best things about this game is that, much like going to a horror movie, you don't have to do it alone. The very end of the trailer shows the fact that you can play this game with up to 4 players. Have you ever played Lethal Company? I'm telling you, multiplayer horror games are so much fun. Being able to do this with 4 players in VR, yes please. Next, at number 6, Mannequin. Mannequin is a VR hide-and-seek type game that is very reminiscent of the internet video trend, the Mannequin Challenge. If you remember, it was a huge phenomenon that started in late 2016, where participants would stay still like mannequins while a moving camera would film them, giving a cool frozen Matrix bullet time kind of an effect. The developers of Mannequin, the VR game, describe it as an asymmetric multiplayer game for up to 5 players, filled with suspense, social deduction, and fast, sudden action. You'll play as alien mannequins to set up deadly ambushes by posing as humans frozen in time, or as human agents wielding high-tech gadgets to neutralize the mannequins from a distance. To me, it sounds like the Mannequin Challenge mixed with freeze tag. You'll have to physically pose to keep from being detected when you're playing as the mannequins, and as the human team, you'll be able to use voice chat to communicate and strategize to figure out who the mannequins are and use your special EMP guns and generators to beat them. And this is all happening while the mannequins can touch you to freeze you in place. It's got a little bit of an Among Us VR element to it in that sense. I think this concept is incredibly intriguing. If it's done right, it could be a really memorable and awesome unique multiplayer gaming experience. I will be keeping a close eye on this one. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long into 2024 to play this very inventive game experience. Very quickly, if you guys are enjoying this video, this is the perfect time for you to hit that subscribe button. Help me hit 1,000 subscribers and beyond. Also, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps a lot. At number 5, Underdogs. Underdogs is an in-your-face mech fighting roguelike. The game is set in New Bracca, the mech fighting capital of the world. You'll be gearing up with over 100 items like chainsaws and wrecking balls to obliterate your enemies. It's all-out metal-on-metal combat, and they're saying it's a first-of-its-kind physics-based mech brawler. Honestly, at first glance, I wasn't all that interested in this game, but after seeing how the mechanics work, I definitely have a lot more interest now. It reminds me of the movie Pacific Rim, where you're inside a big robot and you can control its arms and legs. Obviously in this, you won't be controlling its legs because you stand still in VR, but it seems like the mechanics are very similar and that sounds like a lot of fun. These robots are obviously not the same massive scale as the ones that are in the Pacific Rim movies, but it seems like that feel will still definitely be there. It looks like it's got a fun and colorful cast of characters to accompany you through the procedurally generated battles. This game is estimated to be released in the first quarter of 2024, so hopefully we will be battling it out with these robots by May. Next up, at number 4, Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable. That is quite a mouthful. One of the absolutely most anticipated games coming to VR that's actually officially been revealed is Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable. Attack on Titan is a massive anime series that started all the way back in 2013 and finally came to its conclusion in November of 2023. Critics and audiences love it for its storytelling, animation, action, characters, voice acting, dark themes, and epic soundtrack. I do consider myself a fan of anime, and I have not watched Attack on Titan yet. I'm actually quite glad that I didn't watch it yet because the series only has 4 seasons and it just finally wrapped after 10 years. Now I get to watch it back to back. That intense amount of waiting that fans have had to endure for all this time is something that they're very used to by now. The game was supposed to come out in 2023 along with the wrapping up of the show. It's now going to be released in 2024, which is probably a good thing for making sure the game is up to par. Even though it says that it's not actual gameplay in this trailer, I'm sure it's going to look quite a bit like this. Other than the possibility of motion sickness, this does look like a total blast. Zipping around battling man-eating giants looks crazy. Apparently it has anti-motion sickness technology built in that will make the combat nice and smooth. The game will be multiplayer as well, so you can team up with another member of the Scout Regiment in 2-player co-op or just play solo. The game will be releasing sometime in 2024, so if you are already a long-term Attack on Titan fan, you have incredible patience already, so just hang in there. Coming in at number 3, Behemoth. Yet another game involving a giant, or giants for all we know, is a new game from Skydance Interactive, Behemoth. This is another game that was supposed to be released at the end of 2023 and has been pushed to 2024. This is from the same studio that brought us The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, and they say it's built from the ground up, showcasing everything the company has learned about what it means to fight for your very survival in VR. Very little is known about this game's details as we haven't seen actual gameplay yet, but this trailer, along with the giant hand that the main character seems to be sitting in the palm of, indicates massive giants of different sizes. It's obviously not going to be a shooter like the Walking Dead game. I'm expecting a lot more climbing, puzzle solving, and obviously swordplay. This trailer is giving me Shadow of the Colossus vibes. It's an action-adventure game from 2005 where you go on a mission to kill 16 giants. I'm sure we'll see a lot more about this very soon, as this game is also running very late. It was supposed to come out in 2023 as well. This trailer was initially shown at the Game Awards 2022. Here's hoping this is an awesome Nordic VR adventure that we get to play this year. Coming in at number 2, Alien VR. Yes, there is an Alien VR game on its way, and there is sadly no trailer as of yet, but there is an official website from the game's creator, Survios. They describe it as an untold alien story. In collaboration with 20th Century Games, they are developing an intense single-player action horror game set in the iconic Alien universe. They say that it will feature an original storyline and will be set between the Alien and Aliens films. You'll play as a battle-hardened veteran with a vendetta against the Xenomorphs. We know the game is being created using Unreal Engine 5, and that the studio's previous game, Creed Rise to Glory, was released on PSVR 2 as well as MetaQuest 2. So the new Alien VR should definitely be getting released on the Quest 3. The footage you're seeing here is from Alien Isolation from 2014, which gives some kind of visual representation of what we might be seeing in the upcoming major title. People loved Alien Isolation, and this is a similar setup to that game. Hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more about this one very soon and getting the wits scared out of us by Xenomorphs in 2024. And finally, rounding out this list at number 1, Batman VR. To finally properly step into the shoes of the Caped Crusader is one of the most anticipated concepts that I can think of in VR. That will soon become a reality with Batman VR, or whatever it's going to be called officially. Although we don't know anything really about this game other than the fact that it is being made by the same company that did Iron Man VR, this really just had to land at number 1 as the biggest game on the list because there's just no denying that Batman is the best. This game was originally slated for release last year, and there was a previous VR game released many years ago, but it was really more of a tech demo than a full game. The Batman Arkham trilogy gives us some kind of an idea of how awesome a Batman game really can be, but those games will have nothing to do with a VR version of Batman, as they are third-person games like Marvel's Spider-Man games are. But if they can manage to pull off a great first-person experience, kind of like Iron Man VR, that goes beyond feeling like a glorified tech demo, we'll be in for an awesome experience. As for when we will actually see this game, that remains a big question mark, but it was originally supposed to come out last year according to FTC documents, so that didn't happen. I'm assuming that at some point this year we're going to see it. We've got games like Asgard's Wrath 2 and Assassin's Creed Nexus. There are some amazing VR experiences out there, so they're probably just trying to keep up. Hopefully we will see this one before the end of 2024, and I think we will, but it'll probably be later in the year. Maybe a holiday title. On top of all these big games, I'm also looking forward to playing some really cool mixed reality games on the Quest 3 this year. Mythic Realms is a mixed reality RPG that you can actually download and play a demo for right now on your Quest 3. This is clearly a very bare bones, early version of this cool mixed reality RPG that is coming soon. I tried it out and it's honestly a lot of fun, even with it being as simple as it is. The mixed reality world is still on its baby legs, so it's going to take a while before we start seeing truly amazing content. But this looks like a very promising start going down the road of RPGs, which happen to be my favorite genre. Next, we have Demeter, a very cool looking, new, fully fledged mixed reality platformer where you will solve puzzles, fight enemies, and explore a new world all in your living room. The levels will adapt to the environment you're in using furniture and walls themselves, which is very cool. Demeter has a release date of January 25th, 2024. And finally, Laser Dance, a new mixed reality game that turns your living room into a moving grid of lasers. This is such a great idea, and it looks like the right implementation could make this a really fun mixed reality experience. The game is definitely being released at some point in 2024, and the company is actually signing up beta testers right now. Click the link in the description below to sign up for the beta testing while you still have a chance. I have no affiliation with it, it just seems like a lot of fun. So there you have it. 2024 has a lot of great Quest 3 gaming in store. I feel like I ranked these the right way. What do you think? What game do you really think stands out the most? What do you think about the mixed reality experiences that are on the Quest 3 so far? Let's talk about it in the comments below. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time on Game List Plus.